I'm Paul Tempest. I work for Twinspires.com. We're a pari-mutuel betting company that target US citizens in around about 35 to 40 US states. In terms of my role, I tend to look after the acquisition of new customers, and obviously key to that is making sure that the on-site conversion is as efficient as it possibly can be. The ability that Frosmo gives us over what we have in place with our current tech infrastructure is that we can use their functionality to make changes to the site almost in real time, which gives us the ability to optimize. Because we're a peak-driven business, we have to be very much on the ball when it comes to events that often govern how strong our performance is through the year. And Frosmo has been invaluable in enabling us to optimize those events and those dates to make sure that we have a solid business performance. Because of the legislation, we have a limited amount of traffic sources that we can utilize. More a misunderstanding or a lack of understanding from a lot of media owners in the US being quite a contentious territory. So what we have to make sure is that when we're spending our advertising dollars, we have to try and get as much return as possible. Now, against a backdrop of inflationary media costs, we have to make sure that the on-site performance is absolutely up to scratch to ensure that we're getting conversions at a cost-effective rate. I think the other thing is as well, other operators just get better. So we have to be able to compete, and to be able to compete means that you have to be dynamic, take those learnings and feed them back into the way that you're dealing with your customers. So again, Frosmo is invaluable really to our UX. Well, really the ability to make changes on the site that can positively impact a user's passageway through the action that we want. I guess the biggest doubts in terms of taking Frosmo on board is sometimes a lack of understanding of what the technology can do, and I think there's always that fear, or not fear, but reservations within an internal IT team to make sure that they're not relinquishing control totally. So it was really a confidence building exercise. I think the way to deal with that is really to educate. So I guess in some ways part of my role was to convince the internal stakeholders that this was a positive move for the big business. And I think having always worked client side, I've experienced that there is a reluctance to give away a certain amount of control to third-party software suppliers. So you need to be 100% confident that if you're going to go down that route, you're not going to fall flat on your face. The fact that Frosmo were working with other people in our vertical, I think it was great to know that they kind of had that product knowledge. I think that kind of gave us the confidence to be able to move forward and put together a development roadmap and be able really to execute what we planned, and I think we're starting to bear the fruits of that.